to another round of Composers and Cocktails sponsored by Cincinnati Song Initiative. So, this week's guest is Justine Chen. She's a fantastic composer and violinist, has written art songs, opera, chamber music, you name it, she's done it. And this week's drink that she chose is actually a classic drink, the Martini. I'm going to teach you the ins and outs of how to order a Martini and how to make her version of her favorite Martini. So the Martini came about in around late 1800s, early 1900s. The history, there's some skepticism as to what is the accurate story. Some say it came from San Francisco, in a local town called Martinez in California. The other story is that it was from the Knickerbocker Hotel in New York, from an Italian bartender. Either way, both are similar recipes from the original version. What you're going to need is gin, dry vermouth, which is a fortified wine, and orange bitters. I'm going to use a lemon twist. Justine likes hers with olives, so you can kind of garnish it how you want. Basically, what you need to know is when you order a Martini, the two liquors that you can use are gin and vodka. The classic Martini started with gin. So if you do want a vodka Martini, if you go to a nice bar, usually you'd say, I want a vodka Martini. I personally love the gin one. I love the juniper berry notes. It's just my favorite one. They all get dry vermouth, and now you have to learn how to order how much. What I'm going to teach you is going to be a 2-ounce count of gin, a 1-ounce count of vermouth, 2 dashes of orange bitters, and a lemon twist. So let's just start pouring, and I'll teach you as we go. So a Martini gets 2 ounces, which is actually a lot of alcohol. It's definitely not one that you're going to have many of these in a row. So when it comes to vermouth, you can either have it be wet, dry, or extra dry. Wet means you want more vermouth, dry means you want a splash, extra dry means none at all. For me, the 2 ounces with the 1 ounce is a perfect balanced Martini drink. Especially if you're using a nice vermouth. And there's so many vermouth distilleries in Europe that have fantastic quality products. Now next, the orange bitters is the classic way of making it. Probably many bartenders will not be using the orange bitters. I like those notes with the vermouth and with the gin. I think it's perfect. And then we're gonna stir. So when we're stirring, we're gonna probably do about 40 seconds, enough for it to dilute, and for the drink to balance its flavors. So in addition to ordering your Martini, whether you want it gin or vodka, dry, wet, or extra dry, then you have to specify the garnish. So I love a citrus taste, so I'm gonna always do a lemon twist. It's common, people do olives. If you order it dirty, it's gonna have the brine and the juice that's added to the drink as well. If you want it extra dirty, it's gonna have even more of that briny liquid. Now, I'm gonna make this Martini up, which is when I start with ice, I'm gonna strain it. You can do it neat, which is when it's not served with any ice. In that case, it's probably gonna be not that much vermouth. You could also technically order on the rocks, although you'll have to drink it fast, because when it dilutes, it's gonna not taste so great if you're sipping on it for a long time. Great. And then we're just gonna strain it into our Martini glass. It's perfect, actually. And then I'm gonna just do a little drizzle of the lemon oil. I'm gonna swab the ends to get that citrus on the palate. Drop it in. And that is our classic gin Martini. I will see you on Thursday at 5:30 with Justine Chen. Cheers.